Welcome to HWM. Let's talk about the DBX 707. This is now the only car in our SUV range, so this is the only version of DBX that you can purchase. The performance of that vehicle is in the name, 707 PS. We also have 900 Newton meters of torque. We'll run you through a bit more depth on the engine shortly. A lot of people already know about the aerodynamics and the dynamics of DBX 707. For 25 model year, there were some changes to the vehicle. There is a lot of ways that you can configure 707, not just colours, body packs, wheels, calipers. You also have a lot of other little changes that they have made to the vehicle for 25 model year. Reconfigured suspension. They've messed around with the exhaust system and a few other little pieces to boot. Let's take you through on some of the technical spec of the exterior. So the overall recipe for 707 in its size has remained the same. So the car is a little over 5 meters long with a wheelbase of a little over 3 meters long. Now that is something that's quite unique in the marketplace. So we have this much longer wheelbase on DBX, which means you'll have an easier access to the rear of the vehicle for your occupants. There are a number of different choices that you can make with your wheels and also your calipers, but you do get your carbon ceramic brakes as standard on 707, so you do need that stopping power should you be using the performance of the vehicle. This particular car has the carbon fibre lower body package and upper package, which gives you the side strake and the mirror caps. You can choose those in carbon or gloss black, and the body package exactly the same. There are 3 choices on your windows, so you can have privacy glass on the back 3/4 of the vehicle, or you can have a privacy glass with acoustic glass in the back as well. So that's almost like a laminated rear window all the way around. That also adds with, I think, personal safety as well. It's toughened glass and it's very difficult to try and get through once the laminate has been exposed to the elements. We do have presenting door handles on DBX as a standard feature, and also a panoramic glass roof, which is the whole roof. It doesn't open, but you do get masses of light down inside the vehicle. Moving you around to the rear of the vehicle, we have the new spoiler on the top of the roof here, and also we still have the integrated rear spoiler on the back of the deck lid. But as you can see, the combination of colour, gloss black and also carbon, really does break up the vehicle on the back. And this particular car has the optional black badges on the back with your smoked rear lights as well. The exhaust system with the black tail tips, this is a standard feature. You could, if you wanted to, add chrome tailpipes. I have seen it on a vehicle before. It does look really cool. So let's talk about practicality for DBX 707. Now obviously we have an SUV here. 5 people can sit inside quite comfortably, but some elements that you may not be aware of. So we have these roof rails, which are a standard feature or fitted to the vehicle from standard. These can carry up to 75 kilos of weight, including your carrying equipment. That's just one element of the practicality of DBX. If we move you around the back of the vehicle, there are some other elements of practicality. Now DBX is a brilliant towing vehicle, has some great equipment and can tow up to 2,700 kilos of braked weight and also 635 litres of boot capacity. Now there's a few ways you can divide that up. So if you have the spare wheel option in the back of the vehicle, that would be underneath your floor here. But if you don't, there are some accessories that you can buy. If you wanted to store your muddy walking boots, that is the ideal place to put that, in the boot bag that you can get in the spare wheel well. The parcel shelf comes out and both the rear seats electronically fold down at the same time. Let's talk about interior choices and specifications. So there are a ton of different ways that you can option the interior on this vehicle. This particular car has the Inspire monotone with a Sports Plus seat. So you could have that as a comfort seat with a slightly different stitch layout and a slightly different pattern, particularly if you go for a duo tone interior. The Sports Plus has a split that's slightly different to the comfort, or alternatively you could go for a sportier interior and take an accelerate with this seat and have some Alcantara. Some really nice choices that they've now done to the interior of DBX 707. Not just with your new dash layout and also the stereo system with the speakers that you can see with the aluminium that comes down the waterfall of the dash here, but we have a new 12.25 dash on DBX compared to the 10.25 that you would have on DB12 or Vantage, but you still have the 10.25 in the central touch display. You've also got all your one-touch buttons and controls are here. Again, very familiar to DB12 and also Vantage, but you've got your phone charger is now a bit more accessible compared to old DBX, which was underneath the dash. And then you have your usual technology that we have seen featured across those cars all the way along. A couple of really cool treats that nobody's really noticed on 707. We have the chrome in the dash into the black piano there with the Aston Martin script on the side, but we also have a really new bit of technology. Now this is craftsmanship technology. We have this sateen material which is on the seat here, and what that does, it gives you that watch strap look and sits in the leather there. Quite a complex thing to do, but to have it inside a car is really, really cool and neat. So let's talk about performance of the DBX 707. So yes, 707 PS, 900 newton meters of torque, which you'll get all that torque at just over 2,500 RPM. So that will propel you from 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. That is all mated to a 9-speed multi-plate wet clutch gearbox, so slightly different to what we have in the sports car range, but unique for DBX 707 with a full launch control system. So obviously the configurator is a good way of getting a good steer on your colour theme for your new Aston Martin. Also, we do have here, if you visit us at the showroom, we have the latest colours and trims that are on pallets, but we also have the stitching as well, leather colours Alcantara, and inside our box here you've got your brake caliper colours. Now there are a few things that the Q department at the factory can offer you. Different models have different variations on the exterior. Some come with a graphics pack and some don't, and those you can choose from the colour range as well. And if you want something totally bespoke, then there is a conversation to be had with the Q department directly.